Welcome to day number 2 of the great adventure to California to do a murder mystery show in September of 2024. I remembered everything, which is pretty good. Pretty good. I know where I'm at. That's a great start. The weather is, I think we're getting at 80s again. Not quite as high as yesterday, which is fine. Yeah, I'll get to the weather for the jog soon. But this is perfect. I just missed this weather. It was, something that we don't get a lot of in Seattle. Definitely don't get a lot of these days. So I'm happy to have this. Although I'm not going to say it's my last bit of warm weather because I do have trips to Florida planned, and Florida can be pretty hot down there too. Not quite as hot, of course, in the winter as well. But I will get probably sunlight there and thunderstorms too. So it's always weird. I say, oh, can you believe it's raining in summer when it rains in Seattle? And then it's like, well, it rains in Florida too in summer, just not here. I would be surprised if we had rain here in summer. Not that it can't or hasn't happened, but it usually does not happen. So for a recap, yesterday I got up at 5 after going to sleep at 3:30. I never learn. And I don't even try to say, oh, in the future I'm going to do it differently. I'm not. That's just the way travel is for me. I just will be tired and try to deal with it. But yeah, 3:30, I got up at about 5, and I'd snoozed once. I really thought about how much can I snooze, but that's risky, so I try not to do that. So I just snoozed once and then got up, and yeah, I got to the airport. 9 a.m. flight. Airport was pretty crazy, I guess. But it was a Friday. The airport was pretty crowded out. So I took the train in, so that helped. Took Uber to the first stop, a stadium station, and then train the rest of the way. And that makes a difference because you don't have to deal with that huge crowd of traffic coming in. You don't have to pay the extra money. It was like $70. Like, nope, not going to happen. $3 for the train. Did I actually buy my ticket? I have to think about that. I think I did. And then, 9 o'clock flight, got upgraded to first class at the last second. I mean, right before boarding, they said, James, I heard my name. Like, always fun to hear your name when you're expecting a first class upgrade. And they said, yeah, we have a upgrade, or do you want to stay where you're at? No, I don't want to stay where I'm at. I'll take the upgrade. So, got first row, which is fine. Get first choice at the meals. And then the lady next to me got first class last second, too. She was already back. She'd already, been seated, so she actually got to come up. Like, well, good for you. I've had that happen before. That's really fun when that happens, but you get really nervous. Actually, I have that. That's happened a few times. So the flight was nice. Decent meal. I'm kind of getting tired of that. I don't know what it is. That little sausage biscuit thing, whatever. It's all right. It was the only hot meal they had, so that was one reason. Still waking up, I guess, even though it's 11 and I've been up a while. But I don't know if I slept that well last night. So landed in San Jose at 11 o'clock, and then, I walked for about a mile, I guess. The prices were too high. It was like $50, and I walked for a mile, $40. So is it worth it? I don't know, kind of. To me, it's the principle. Though I do a lot of things on principle, it's just not about the amount. It's just the fact that I'm saving money. $10 for a mile walk in the heat. Although I took off my coat and stuff at that point and put it in my bag, because I was rolling that huge piece of luggage down the street too. It looked kind of funny, I'm sure. I got to the hotel here, and I chose a different hotel this time. It was cheaper. Usually other places are cheapest. For some reason this was cheaper. They're equivalent, but I thought I'd try this one. These rooms, as I point out, are really big. I mean, they're like a lot bigger than the other room. Well, trying to think if I really rearranged my mind and just said, I don't know. They feel bigger because they got the kitchen, so the kitchen's probably adds on a lot more. So a full-size fridge, even a cooking stovetop. It's just crazy, and it's like so cheap. It's not. This is a 2.5 star. It's not. It's got issues, but I hope they don't try to come into my place. I don't want housekeeping. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're saying. I can hear stuff. They've been kind of loud all morning. I think I got that room next to the staging area, whatever. I don't know. I got to ask about that. Anyway, I got checked in, and they were saying, oh, is it going to be an early, there might be an early fee. for early check-in. Like, what? Like, the other hotel has checked me in 3 times early and never charged me a fee. So I was like, well, what is it? It's like, I need to know. It's like, oh, we'll find out before I checked in so I could agree or not agree. But it was just the fact that you don't have to do that. Other places don't. It's just sort of, I don't know, bad business. But it turned out they said, oh, okay, I guess there's no fee. It's like, okay, cool. Because like I would not have been happy and wouldn't stay here. Again, principle, I mean, just the fact that they're charging me extra. They don't have a coffee maker in here, I did notice. All that stuff, like kitchen, a sink, stovetops, microwave, and no coffee maker. Even, that's just kind of weird. But they said, I guess you can go ask for it. They'll bring it or something, I guess. I don't know if it costs money. I don't want to pay. It's not great coffee, although it is convenient. Yeah, so as soon as I got into the hotel, I ready to go, and about 1 o'clock I went out running Iron Horse Trail for 6.5 hours, and that was my day. And that was, I was able to run for the first 7, and then things just got sore. I felt really poor. I started getting a little headache and nausea, which is usually heat stroke, but it wasn't that hot. I mean, it was 87, but I didn't feel that hot. And I was drinking water. I had to buy although I really didn't enjoy drinking the Bai juice that much. It wasn't, for one thing, it wasn't cold. And then I think I threw up about the last half of it because I was like, I just want water. I don't want this like false sugar drink, whatever. I mean, it's only 10 calories, 1% juice. Yeah, it's like, I don't want this. Just give me water. So I started filling it up with water. So I had water. That helped. But about, I said 3 hours in and then head back. And I was actually right at 3 hours in. Well, no, it was actually 10 miles in. So when I got 10 miles in, I just said, okay, at this point, I'll head back. So I stopped at 10 miles in, sat on a bench, my first time sitting in hours of running. And then I realized I don't feel that well, so I kind of took it easy the rest of the way back. And that was probably a good idea. I mean, I had to. But I got back. It was getting dark, so I turned back at a good time. I should have left earlier. I mean, it would have been, but I couldn't have gotten that much extra time, and it would have hurt. Yeah, 20 miles, my body was not in shape for 20 miles. I did it, but it was not, yeah. That headache and stuff really was concerning. I didn't like that. And the muscle spasm, that wasn't great, but that I can kind of understand. Yeah, it's hot. I've been depleting my muscles. I don't know if I've had that before. At least I never noticed it. Probably have, just didn't notice it. But that was kind of weird. Still waking up. So Iron Horse, yeah, that was the second time that I've done that. I did it like a couple months ago. And would I do that again? Yeah, probably. It's just, I think I need to really be in better shape for that. Iron Horse is good when you're actually running on it, and not just walk. It's a kind of a boring thing. So when you're running, then it's pretty cool to see how far you can get to Danville and stuff. But when you're just walking, I mean, a lot of people do walk on it. It's good exercise, but it's just too far to do that many miles. Or it's, yeah, you know what I mean. So I think once I'm in better running shape, then I could do that more often. But I don't know. I think I might do other things. I couldn't even have my goal of going to that little grocery store. It starts with an L, but I didn't do that because I knew it was too far. So anyway, I got back and then took a shower, and then the first thing I did was go get pizza. I walked to the pizza place, oddly enough, and got the pizza, and then I got some beer at Walmart, yeah, which doesn't take Apple Pay. I mean, I brought my credit card because just in case, well, I knew they might card me as well. Funny, they didn't actually card me. But it's like they don't take Apple Pay. Like, come on, guys. It's not like it's the 19th century. Take Apple Pay. It's just weird. So I had to use my credit card. And then I came back here. 1 beer. That's all I had. And then some of the pizza, maybe 4 slices. It wasn't a medium, so not too much. And then bed. And then I slept okay. Not great, but I slept okay. And here we are for another day, which... we will talk about tomorrow, mañana. So, cheers.